What changes once you go from working to retirement? Well, a lot changes. For one, you're going from the accumulation stage of life to the decumulation stage. And for a lot of retirees, this can be tough to do psychologically. Two, taxes now play an even bigger role in your overall retirement plan. Where should you be drawing money from every year to spread out that tax burden over the life of your retirement? And the third thing that changes is how you should be building your portfolio. So today, that's where we're going to focus on. And this is something that a lot of retirees overlook, and a lot of advisors for that matter. So let's say that you're 10 years out from retirement and you have $100,000. And you can substitute this amount for whatever you feel comfortable with. It's just to kind of go over the concept here. So here are some hypothetical returns over the next 10 years. So in year one, you lose 18%. So your 100,000 goes down to 82,000. And then the following number of years, you make 6% until the final year, you make 26%. So after those 10 years, your $100,000 has grown to just over 164,000. Now let's look at another 10-year period where we'll just flip the returns. So instead, in year one, you make 26%, followed by 6 for a number of years, and then in the last year, you lose 18%. So again, after that 10-year period, you end up in the exact same spot with a portfolio valued at just over $164,000. So if you're not adding anything to an account, or if you're not withdrawing anything from an account, the sequence of your returns doesn't really matter because you'll end up in the same position. However, once you're retired and you start withdrawing funds from the portfolio, that completely changes. Once you start making withdrawals, your sequence of returns becomes even more important. So let's look at the same example. Again, $100,000 in year one, you lose 18%, and you make a $10,000 withdrawal at the end of every year. And we're going to increase that withdrawal by 3% just to keep up with inflation. So in portfolio one, we end up after that 10-year period of retirement, you're actually negative $10,000. So you've withdrawn more than what the account's actually worth. Now, in scenario two, that same 10-year period, again, we just flip the returns, you actually end up with just over $46,000. So it's the exact same portfolio, except the returns have been flipped, and you end up in a significantly different position. So if you have the same portfolio today in retirement that you had while you were still accumulating, it might be time to look at some changes because you really want to protect your principal at the beginning of retirement, especially when you're making withdrawals. So how do you do that? Well, we can use what's called a bucketing strategy to make sure that you're always pulling funds from investments that are not going to be fluctuating negative in value. To learn more about this strategy, check out this video.